And the moment I enter the parlor, everything becomes clear. Jesus Christ. Everything is in tatters. Rubble is strewn across everything as if something has fallen through the ceiling. On top of it all sits a man cocking his head arrogantly. He must be some kind of criminal. But something graver draws my attention. The grandfather clock, having escaped destruction, tells the time precisely. Now I remember. Right, of course, the clocks were an hour ahead today, weren't they? Which means it's 1 a.m. Still a full hour left until I'm in peak spellcasting form. I screwed up again! I can complete tasks as well as anybody else, but suffer from the curse of my genetics. When it really counts, I somehow managed to bungle things on an unbelievable level. That sounds about my speed. What's done is done. Just gotta learn from this. I can't believe my own stupidity. Still irritated, I direct my glare at the man lounging haughtily on the rubble. So, what are you? That's the first thing out of your mouth. Seems I seem to have been dealt a truly ridiculous master. The man in the red mantle shakes his head in a show of exasperation. To add insult to injury, he mutters something about drawing the short straw. Oh no, I'm dead certain. This guy has a messed up personality. And this is a servant. Thought familiars were shapeless beings, but this is just a man. No, not just a man. Even from here I can tell that it's brimming with a shocking amount of magical energy. Don't be fooled by its appearance. I'm staring at something that's undoubtedly more than human. It's a human-shaped ghost that's on the level of an elemental. This is no time to be dumbstruck. That thing belongs to me. I need to get my head in the game. Just checking, but you are my servant, right? That's what I wanted to ask. Are you even my master? I've never been summoned so violently before, and honestly, I'm still struggling to get my bearings. It's my first time too. I'm not answering questions like that. I see, but you weren't here when I was summoned. Care to explain why? Are you serious? You're no baby bird. Don't joke that you can't decide who to serve if they aren't there when you open your eyes. The unidentified servant frowns and a grunt escapes his lips. Maybe he didn't like the way I said it, though he has a mixed reaction as if still impressed by the logic of my words. Whatever. What I'm asking is if you're my servant and no one else's. I don't have to answer any of your questions until we make that clear. This is what I get after a failed summoning, huh? I believe there's something else you should be saying. Ah! There isn't! In a master-familiar relationship, this is the first detail we need to hash out. Servant's eyebrows twitches. He isn't even bothered to hide his dissatisfaction with me. I wonder if it's because of the half-baked summoning. You want to clarify who serves whom? At least you know how to run your mouth, even if you've failed at everything else. Hands down, that'd be the servant every time. Just saying. Sure, I agree with that opinion. We ought to make clear who's strong and who's weak, or else it'll make this dynamic difficult. The servant eyes me meaningfully, still relaxing on the rubble of my living room.
Who's weak?
Yeah, I'm a servant, and I'll acknowledge that I serve my summoner, but that's only how it is on paper, wouldn't you say? We still need to establish who's superior and whether you're worthy to fight alongside. On that point, are you a mage worthy of my service, little girl? The servant smirks. First he destroys my house and acts like he's king of the castle, and now he has the nerve to ask whether I'm worthy.
I didn't ask for your opinion. I only asked if you're my servant or not.
I repeat myself, stealing my gaze. I'm not going to back down from this condescending jerk. Oh. Oh, you're approaching me. Oh, I see. You won't even deign to answer such an obvious question. At least you've got spirit. You can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk?
Like I said, you're getting ahead of yourself. It's the summoner's duty to confirm this first. Now answer me, are you my servant or not?
Said Ford aggressively, ready to pounce depending on his answer. Such a stubborn girl. We'll get to know her at this rate. Hey, you both just beating around all the bushes! It's a simple yes or no question and answer, damn it. Very well. For discussion's sake, let's assume that I am your servant. In that case, are you my master? Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Obviously! You're the servant I summoned, so who else would it be?
Glare at this rude man, giving my seething head a moment to cool down. Oh, well, I suppose I would be, hypothetically. Then where's the proof that you're my master? The servant blithely asks, smirking all the while. He's clearly trying to goad me with these questions into losing my temper.
Right here, this proves that I'm your master.
I show him the command spells. That's what they're called. Why do I keep forgetting what they're called? On my right hand. Don't think I was born yesterday. Father's told me enough that I know what command spells are, at least.
Good enough for you yet? Any other complaints?
I thrust the symbols at him in challenge, but the lounging servant rolls his eyes. Are you serious right now, girl? His face darkens, looking even more disgruntled.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the way you think. Command spells automatically make you my master. They're merely tools to compel a servant. I can't believe you think flaunting some symbols is enough to play Master. What I want to see is whether you deserve my loyal service. That makes sense. But normally you'd think of a command spell if someone asked... You'd think of a command spells if someone asked for a proof you're a master, right?
What? You think I'm unqualified to be your master?
I wish that were the case, but unfortunately your command spells show that you summoned me, as hard as it is to believe you appear to be my master. He shrugs in mock exhaustion. Uh-oh. I've reached my boiling point and I'm not gonna cool down in time. I'm hardly satisfied, but I'll concede the point. For now, you're my master, but I have conditions. I'm not gonna do what you say. I'll decide the direction of battle, and you'll act as I see fit. This is the greatest concession I can give you. I'm sure you don't mind, girl.
Sorry, Father. I'm at my limit. Okay. You're saying you'll recognize me even though you don't like it, but you'll ignore my opinions. Aren't you supposed to be my servant?
I just get a trembling voice. After I spat over the command spells, this is my last desperate attempt at dialogue. And yet... Yes, technically. Therefore, I will obey you in theory. But I'm the one who will be fighting. You can just go hide underground in your house and behave until the Holy Grail War is over. That way, even a novice like you will survive. He's looking down on me, declaring that he expects nothing from me. Did I make you angry? Of course I respect your position. I was summoned to bring my master victory, after all. My victories will belong to you, as will any spoils of war. You hardly have anything to complain about.
Oh.
You can't even use those command spells. Just leave the rest to me and worry about your own skin.
I've had it with you! Fine, if that's how it's gonna be, then I'll use them! Unfun set!
No more mercy. I've got nothing else left for a jackass like this. Don't tell me.
It's exactly what you're thinking, you dirtbag! Vertrug, I hereby invoke my command spell. Gus Gissits, in accordance with the laws of the Holy Grail. News verbrechen! Bind my servant in absolute obedience!
Is it German? You idiot. Wait! Have you lost your mind, Master? Who would waste a command spell on something like this?
Shut up! You're my servant, get it? That means you absolutely have to do what I say!
The emblem on my right hand aches. 3 command spells. They allow a master to issue 3 unbreakable commands to their servants. Did you even think this through? If you use a command spell in such a vague order... It's too late to whine now. I didn't expect this to happen either. I want to die of self-loathing. Can't believe I just burned one of my precious command spells on a petty squabble! Yeah. After that, I retreated from the ruins of the parlor and went to my bedroom. Before me stands the servant whom my command spells compel absolute obedience from. Supposedly... Whoops, I dropped the controller. Ah! Whoa, whoa, wait, did it rewind? Whoa, wait, whoa, wait, whoa, whoa, okay, chill. Dropped the controller. It smacked down my hand. Before me stands the servant whom my command spells compelled absolute obedience from. Supposedly, anyway. I see. I more or less have you figured out, Master. Who would call this absolute obedience? Just to be clear, do you understand how critical the command spells are, Master?
Sure I do. They let me order my servant around 3 times. What about it?
Listen, command spells let you force a servant into action. You can use them not only to stop actions, but also strengthen actions. For example, normally I can't come to you instantly from a distant location, but if you order me with your command spells, it's possible as long as it is something that is attainable with our magical energies. That's the power of forced compliance and means. Not even we servants can resist. Your command spells are 3 crystallizations of grand magecraft that can make us overcome our bodily limits. Though you're down to 2 now.
I know that, so what? I still have 2 more, and it's not like the first order was wasted on you.
You're right. I did miscalculate. The more vague an order is, the more the power of a command spell diminishes. Huh. So it's like the reverse of the genie wishes. Vague is better? That's weird, but okay. They're weaker on long-lasting, broad commands like protect me until the end or win this war for me. The compulsion will be sustained, but there will be servants who can resist the minor pain of disobedience. On the other hand, singular commands like unleash your next attack at all costs or do not break that glass are absolute, and even powerful servants will find it difficult to defy them. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, Master?
わかるわよ。要するに広く長い命令は意味がないんでしょ。
Yes, you're saying that vague commands are pointless.
効果も戒めも薄いならサーバントは令樹に逆らって行動できる。そんな効き目の薄い命令をするなら絶対的な単一の命令をした方がいい。
If the effect and restriction are both weak, then servants can act against their command spells. It's better to use them on a simple, straightforward order, rather than something abstract.
そうだ。レイジとはもともと自分たちの能力以上の奇跡を起こすためのもの。それを大王の聞く命令などで消費する具は許されない。
That's correct. Command spell is meant to cause miracles beyond our own means. It's unforgivably foolish to spend them on a task that can be executed by other means.
君の先ほどのレイジはまさにそれだ。私が君に従うかは話し合いで解決できたことだし、仮にレイジを使ったところで全ての言動に絶対服従などレイジが100あっても実現できない。
That goes doubly for the way you used it earlier. You could have verbally persuaded me to obey you, and even 100 command spells would have failed to enforce absolute obedience.
じゃあ私のさっきの令ジは無意味ってこと？
Ah, so you're saying it was all for nothing.
通常ならそうなのだがな。どうも君の魔術師としての性能は桁が違ったらしい。
Normally that would be the case, but it appears that you are an outstandingly talented mage. Is he shocked or happy? My servant's lips twitch upward even as he sighs.
差が違ったってもしかして
By outstanding, you mean?
ちょっとあなた自分が今どんな状態なのか正直に話してみなさい。
Hang on, tell me honestly what your condition is like right now.
The implication dawns on me and I ask him eagerly.
誤算というのはそれだ。
That was my miscalculation.
先ほどの命令では、選手はマスターの意見を尊重しようという程度の心変わりにしかならない。
Your command should have resulted in a change of heart that would make me want to respect your opinion slightly more.
今の私は君の言葉に強い強制を感じている。君の意見に異を唱えると、そうだな。 ランクが一つばかり落ちるようだ。
But I can feel strong compulsion from your every word. If I voice an objection, let me think. It's as if my defiance would weaken me.
マスターの意向に逆らうと体が重くなって動きづらいというところか。
In other words, my body will grow heavy, making it difficult to move if I defy my master's will. The servant shrugs in resignation. So he's saying that my command spell wasn't a waste, but an actual benefit? He's still being as sarcastic as ever, so it doesn't seem to have had any effect. Besides, even if he's weakened, I doubt even 10 of me could resist if he decided to rebel against me.
前言を撤回しよう、マスター。
Allow me to retract my previous statement, Master.
年齢は若いが、君は卓越した魔術師だ。
You may be young, but you are a superior
子
mage.
供と侮り、戦いから遠ざけようとしたのは私の過ちだった。無礼ともども謝ろう。
It was my mistake for underestimating you as a child and trying to keep you out of the fight. I apologize for my rudeness. Servant straightens his posture and gives me a formal bow.
やめてよ。確かにいろいろ言い合ったけど、そんなの喧嘩両成敗っていうか。
Oh, wait, hold on. I know we said a lot of things to each other, but it's not like we need to make up after.
そうか。いや、話のわかるマスターで助かった。
Is that so? Good. I'm glad you're so understanding.
切り返し早いわね、あんた。
Awfully quick on the uptake, aren't you?
何？誤算は誤算だったが、嬉しい誤算というやつだったからな。これほどの才能があるのなら、君を戦いに巻き込むことに異論はない。
I indeed miscalculated, but this must be what they call a happy accident. I have no qualms bringing a mage of your talents into the war.
Huh?
Is this a roundabout way of saying I'm a strong master?
じゃあ霊樹抜きで私がマスターだって認めるのね。
So you recognize me as your master even without the command spells?
無論だ。先ほどは召喚されたばかりで馴染んでいなかったが、今では完全に繋がった。魔術師であるのなら、契約によるつながりを感じられるだろう。
Of course, I was still getting my bearings after the summoning earlier, but we're now completely connected. As a mage, you should be able to feel the bond of our pact.
Our pact?
Now that he mentions it, something does feel weird about my body. It's as if my closed-off nerves are now connected to the outside. Specifically, I can feel a portion of my magical energy flowing to the man before me.
そっか。サーバントは聖杯に呼ばれるけど、呼ばれたサーバントをこの世に留めるのは
Oh, the Holy Grail calls the servants, but masters keep them in the world.
マスターの力だ。サーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によってこの世に留まる。
Yes, that's your power as a master. You supply your servant with magical energy so that they can remain in the
魔
world.
力提供量は十分だ。経験的に問題はありそうだが、君の能力は飛び抜けている。
My supply is adequate. I have no concerns about your inexperience, but your power makes up for
普
it.
通の魔術師ならば、サーバントを召喚した瞬間に意識を失っているだろう。だって、君は活力に満ちている。
A common mage would probably faint the second they summon a servant, yet you're standing here full of
先
life.
ほどの霊樹といい、この魔力量といい、マスターとして君は間違いなく一流だ。
Considering the command spells you used earlier, your energy capacity unquestionably makes you a master of the finest caliber.
今更褒めたって何も出ないけど。
Flattery won't get you anywhere.
Break eye contact out of embarrassment. Well, I didn't see this coming. I know the command spell is making him obey me, but still, this superhuman servant is sincerely acknowledging me as his servant.
あなた何のサーバント？
So, which servant are you?
Clear my head and return to business.
見てわからないか？なあ、それは結構。
You can't tell by looking. Very well then. I take it all back. He's definitely making fun of me.
わかったわ。これはマスターとしての質問よ。
Fine. Then I'm asking you as your master.
ねえ、あなたセイバーじゃないの？
Hey, aren't you a saber?
残念ながら剣は持っていない。
Unfortunately, I am not equipped with a sword.
I suspected as much.
When all is said and done, I got the wrong time, my summoning circle didn't do its job, and my servant was spat out into some random room. Far too sloppy of a ritual to summon the strongest servant's saber.
どうし
I
よう
really...
か。あれだけ宝石を使っておいてセイバーじゃないなんて目も当てられない。
I really botched it this time. I'll never live down failing to pull a saber after spending that many gems.
悪かったな、セイバーでなくて。
Sorry, I'm not a saber.
ああ、そりゃ通行のミスだから残念だけど、悪いのは私なんだから。
Huh? Well, sure, it's a painful mistake, but I'm the only one who screwed up.
なあ、どうせアーチャーでは派手さに欠けるだろうよ。
Yes, I bet you think Archer is a very attractive class.
後で今の暴言を悔やませてやる。その時になって謝っても聞かないわ。
Alright, I'll make you eat those words. When the time comes, I won't be taking any apologies.
はい？
What?
What a surprise. The unidentified servant seems to be sulking. Maybe my fixation on Saber offended him.
何？勘に触ったあーちゃん。
That's striking nerve, Archer.
触った。見ていろ。必ず自分が幸運だったと思い知らせてやる。
Did. Just you watch, I'll show you how lucky you are to have me. Archer retorts with a sidelong glance. He has a really spiteful air about him, but that reaction felt somehow childish and free of malice. You know, he might be a pretty decent
そう
guy.
ね。
Okay, make sure I regret what I said. Archer,
だったら素直に謝らせてもらうから。
I'll apologize from the bottom of my heart if so.
ああ、忘れるなよマスター。己が召喚したものがどれほどのものか知って感謝するよ。
You better remember that, Master. You'll be grateful once you learn how capable I am.
もっともその時になって謝られてもこちらの気は張らんだろうがな。
Of course, an apology might not satisfy me at that point. Archer huffs even as his lips twist into a grin. I know it's for the benefits of, you know, RPG game mechanics and stuff, but don't archers still have an advantage over sabers in the base story? Thought they did. I mean, attacking from a distance, someone that can only fight close up. Although at the same time, you'd think sabers would be weak to lancers because they have a longer reach. But honestly, why isn't saber the worst class? Riders get to ride on things. Assassins get to attack from the shadows and could use any weapon, even a bow or dagger, what have you. I think casters have magic. Why is a saber such a big deal? Oh yeah, and this one's got a rotten personality, alright. He's as much of a tsundere as you.
まあいいや。それであんたどこの英霊なのよ。
Fine. Anyway, where's your...
I'm jumping the gun.
You're a heroic spirit, so where's your legend originally from?
Archer doesn't answer. His sardonic expression is replaced by a deepening
あ
frown.
っちゃう？マスターである私がサーバントであるあなたに聞いているんだけど。
Archer, your master just asked you a
そ
question.
れは
It's a secret. Whoops, I didn't mean to skip that. Whoop.
What?
私がどのようなものだったかは答えられない。
I can't.
なぜかというと
Damn it. I can't tell you where I'm from because.
あのね、つまんない理由だったら怒るわよ。
Hey, I'll get mad if you give me a lame excuse.
それは
Well. There's that face again. Archer opens and closes his mouth as if he's having trouble voicing an uncomfortable truth.
なぜかというと自分でもわからない。
Because. I don't know. Wait, what?
はあ？何よそれ？あんた私のことバカにしてるわけ？
Huh? Are you making fun of me again?
マスターを侮辱するつもりはない。
I don't mean to insult you.
これは君の不完全な召喚のつけだぞ。どうも記憶に混乱が見られる。自分が何者であるかはわかるのだが、名前や素性がどうも曖昧だ。
That's confusing.
まあさして重要な結論ではないから気にすることはない。
How much time? It's probably been close to an hour, hasn't it? Yep. Oh, damn it. But it must be because of the imperfect summoning. My memories are still jumbled, I know who I am, but my name and origins are a haze. That's so contradictory! Still, it isn't valuable information, so there's no need for concern.
気にすることはない。気にするわよそんなの。
Of course I'm concerned.
あんたがどんな英霊か知らなきゃどのくらい強いのかわからないじゃない。
If I don't know which heroic spirit you are, then how am I supposed to know how strong you are?
なんだ。そんなことは問題ではなかろう。さまつな問題だよ、それは。
And what's the problem? That's a trivial question.
まつってあんたね、相棒の強さがわからないんじゃ作戦の立てようがないでしょ。そんなんで戦っていけるわけないじゃない。
There you go again. How am I supposed to form a strategy if I can't tell how strong my partner is? We can't fight a war like this!
何を言う。私は君が呼び出したサーバーだ。それが最強でないはずがない。
What do you mean? I'm the servant that you summoned. Naturally, that makes me the strongest. He's so straightforward. The Crimson Knight fixes me with a gaze full of confidence and trust.
What?
My brain grinds to a halt. There's no deception in Archer's words. He's sincerely giving me more credit than I deserve, even though we've just met. My cheeks are burning. Ugh, I'm sure I'm blushing bright red right now. Surprise attacks like this tend to be my weakness.
誰にも正体がわからないってことには変わりはないんだし、敵を騙すにはまず味方からって言うし。
Fine then, at least nobody else knows who you are. They say you have to fool your allies to fool your enemies.
Trying to wait for Archer to hide my embarrassment. Sure, I'd figure out in due time what sort of servant he is anyway. For now, we have other priorities.
わかった。しばらくあなたの正体に関しては不問にしましょう。
Okay, I won't ask about your identity for the time being.
じゃあ最初の仕事だけど。
Then, Archer, here's your first job.
早速か。好戦的だね、君は。
Jumping straight to it, are we? Guess you're an aggressive type.
それで敵は
Where's the... Before he can say enemy, I toss a broom and dustpan at him.
下の掃除お願い。あんたが散らかしたんだから責任持ってきれいにしといてね。
Go clean up the mess you made downstairs.
A few seconds pass in stunned silence. When Usher finally regains his senses, he grips the broom indignantly.
待て。君はサーバントを何だと思っている
Well, it's in the word there. Wait, what exactly do you think a servant is?
前もでしょ。ちょっと生意気で扱いに困るけど。
Familiar, right? A little uppity and hard to deal with, though.
A servant is a servant! Go clean the house! Archer cuts himself off. I have no intention of letting him off, and if he tries to weasel out of it, I still have a card to play.
意義あり。そのような命令はこと。
I object, I refuse
い
to.
いの？これマスターとしての命令よ。マスターの方針に逆らったら体が重くなるんだって。
Are you sure? This is a direct order from your master. I thought you said you'd feel weighed down if you went against me.
Batting my eyelashes.
まあ、あなたはその程度じゃどうってことないだろうけど、そのペナルティは今を掃除するまで続くのよ。そんな状態で明日から戦っていくのは危ないんじゃない？
It's too bad that's too much for you to handle, but the penalty will continue until the parlor is clean, you know. Won't that pose a risk to you when we start fighting tomorrow?
Stands there for several more seconds with broom in hand, grumbling under his breath. And so, the archer in the red mantle closes his eyes.
了解した。地獄に落ち込んでました。
Understood. Go to hell, master. And gracefully he accepts my order. Now then, it's getting late, so I should rest. I can decide how to deal with him once I wake up. Fateful day draws to a close. No, rather, my fate was shaped by this night. That makes 6, including me. Once the 7th and final master summons their servant, the Holy Grail War of this generation will begin. In the not-so-distant future, the battle I've been waiting 10 long years for is about to commence. Cutscene. Credits. Seems like something big was going to happen. Are we done with the prologue at least? February 1st. Oh boy. At this rate, this episode will air on February 1st. Jesus. The Holy Grail War. We'll start next time! Whoops, wait. Oh, crap. Where are the buttons? Oh, God. Escape. There we go. Save! Should I make a new? Should I make a new? Should I make a new? We'll save over this one. Or no, wait. That one? Sure. Yeah, saving. Alright. We got it now! I don't know how long it's been. It's been a long... Yeah, it's been well over an hour. Alright! So... I don't know if we're probably still in the prologue, aren't we? It didn't say chapter 1 or anything. I don't know. Or wait, no. What did it say? Nope, still in the prologue. Jesus Christ. Alright, well... okay. Next time, the Holy Grail War. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I won't pass on it too much. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and evening. Hopefully this wasn't too long for you. I don't know how I'm going to split this up. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely day and or evening. And until next time, whatever it is I may do, I hope to see you then. Farewell.